welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. You need to start your engines because we have got an absolute belter of a show. So welcome Rob Popplestone. Poppy, how are you?
I'm going really well, but I'll tell you what, we've had massive feedback in the last week on the back of KG joining us in the first of a two-part series. We'll see the second part of that tonight, and also Jenny Williams and Michelle Dendecker. Gee, Jenny loves a chat. You know what, she started talking last? I don't think she stopped talking. She's so passionate.
Well, we only asked her one question. We've had to go part two to get the rest of it.
She's a ripper.
No, she is terrific. And Michelle Dendecker, of course, in talking about the coaching side of things. Blake Gaudry is going to join us, of course, qualified for Rio in trampolining, the gymnastics section.
Not far to go.
So less than 30 days, Poppy, to Rio. The bubbles are starting to pop. Time to get over to Britt, of course, and find out what has been happening in sport in South Australia and what is happening on the weekend. Britt, what have you got for us?
Yes, thanks Phil. Another busy week in sport this week and making headlines. Port Adelaide Football Club is still planning to play a premiership match in Shanghai, China next year. The club's chief executive, Keith Thomas, says the Power is hoping to schedule the fixture for March or April. April also saw the Gold Coast Suns announce their interest to be Port Adelaide's rival for the China fixture, promoting the Gold Coast in Asia as a popular tourist destination. The opposition team and location of the match will be finalised later this month. And in women's football, the South Australian government has funded $250,000 to the Adelaide Crows women's team for the first season next year. Premier Jay Weatherill says the grant represents the government's ongoing commitments to supporting the growth of women's sport in South Australia. The Crows are one of 8 teams to play in the inaugural 2017 Women's Football League season. And adrenaline-pumping weekend for ice hockey. The Adelaide Adrenalines faced off in a 2-game match against undefeated Melbourne Ice on Saturday and Sunday. Melbourne Ice carved up the rank on Saturday with an 8-point win over the Adrenalines. Although the Adrenalines put up a good fight for pole position on Sunday, with both teams even on 2 points for the game, Melbourne Ice came out on top with a 1-point lead. Just missed it there. Head coach Eric Lean was impressed with Adelaide's comeback in both games, but understands there are always improvements to make.
You got to learn to bury those chances a little bit more and probably shoot a little bit more for your teammates, put it on his pads, drive the net, get the rebounds, get them home. So there's some stuff there that we could do. There's positives to work with. These guys, it's not like they don't know how to play hockey.
Adelaide Adrenalines are now sitting bottom. To lawn bowls, and Bowls SA has announced its 2016 Australian Premier League. The Messenger Press Adelaide Endurance team will include Brianna Dixon, Wayne Ruija and Max Kleenegg. Miss Dixon from the Salisbury Bowling Club is the first female to represent Adelaide Endurance in the Australian Premier League. The 2016 APL season will take place in Queensland from the 8th to the 11th of November. With the hype of the forthcoming Rio Olympics next month, the South Australian government is considering to stage a bid for the 2030 Commonwealth Games. Premier Weatherill says it would take the next 2 years to come to a decision on the bid. Adelaide Oval and the SA Aquatic and Leisure Centre have both been branded as centrepiece arenas to showcase the action of the Games. And some exciting news for 8-ball. Women's, men's and junior Australian 8-ball teams achieved record results representing Australia in the World 8-ball Pool Championships. It was a close game between Australia and Ireland, although some great news for Australia coming out on top with a 2-point win in the final game out of 16.
Down goes the black, and Australia are the World Team Champions for 2016.
To see the full rundown of the record results, check out our SA Sports Show Facebook page. And Adelaide Oval has branched out, creating a memorial for Crows coach Phil Walsh. A tree has been planted at the northern end of Adelaide Oval as a permanent memorial. Flowers that were generously laid to pay tribute to Walsh were used as the mulch for the newly planted red oak tree. The tribute was unveiled on the 1-year anniversary of Walsh's death last Sunday. It's a brilliant memorial there, boys. Back to you, Phil.
Yes, thanks, Britt. Very tastefully done by the Crows too. And I want to touch on some of that at the end of the show.
I look forward to that, but what I want to touch on for you right now is you had a bit of a look at the Adelaide Oval roof. Now, you went on a roof walk, and I just want to...
I had more than a bit of a look.
Well,
I had to look at it from the back, I had to look at it from the forward.
So just take us through what happened.
Well, we've got up the top and they're very secure. Absolutely brilliant about the way they go about their security, and it's a fantastic thing. Everyone should do it, but we hook up and we've got a 4-wheel attached to a rail for a simple explanation. The person in charge of the tour, she's mic'd up to us and she said, now, because it's been raining, just check that that's gliding along the rail. So as I'm checking that it's gliding along the rail and we're walking, I'm concentrating, I'm looking at that, making sure everything's okay, I'm looking down. Next thing, there's a big...
So next thing's just, this thing's
a big pole just jumped down in front of me. So I've walked bang straight into it. And of course the cameraman right behind me, Justin, obviously concerned about my health.
No, he just got
filmed
vision
the whole
of you.
thing and I could just hear him laughing in the background.
I can't believe it, mate.
But
it
is a spectacular...
Geez, it sounds dangerous though.
It is dangerous. Well, there's one bit at the end, and we'll show you some footage in the next couple of weeks of the whole setup of how you go about it. But you're wired up and you have to lean back at this one point, and you're over 50 metres up in the air. It's not a comfortable feeling.
No, not for me.
Not a comfortable feeling at all. Anyway, lots to come on the show. Stay with us. It is going to be a beauty. Lots of people to talk to. Hope you enjoy the show.